I cry, like, way too much, as it turns out. I'm very emotional. And I know you see me up here on stage in my, slim fit Levi jeans and dark brown Uniqlo short sleeve shirt. You say, this guy looks so put together. How could he actually be an emotional train wreck? So to exhibit this point, I usually like to have a competition with the audience. In a second, I'm just going to have everyone raise their hands. We're going to play 3 rounds. I will explain an event that has happened to me. If that event has happened to you, you will leave your hand in the air. And I think we will know in the end who is the king and or queen of emotionality in the audience today. So if you will, please put your hands in the air, everyone. How many people here were held back in kindergarten because they were emotionally behind? Still up, just good for you. They usually don't make that decision unless they're sure they're making the right one. I had this thing that when I was a kid, I hated being disconnected from my mom for like any length of time, no matter what the reason, so I would do whatever it would take to be reunited with her again. Like, remember those kids who came to school, like, just to throw up? Like a juice stain on the lip right there, a little rat tail on the back, depending on where you were from in the country. That was me. That was me, everyone. So, you and I are tied. Everyone, please put your hands in the air. How many people here, upon finding out that their neighbor's dog had died, creeped everyone out by crying more than the neighbors? You're a psychopath. In my defense, my neighbors are cold, heartless maniacs. And I have an unhealthy attachment to literally every single dog I've ever met. Fun fact about me, the closest I've ever come to a fist fight was on the Upper West Side when a guy wouldn't let me pet his dog. Throw your hands in the air. How many people here once cried during a job interview? I win. The guy conducting the interview looked a lot like my late grandfather, who I've never met. It's been a very emotional day, so I'm terrible with relationships. I just am incapable of apparently being in a long-term relationship, but I'm very good at one-night stands at this point. And I'm good at usually like getting like my way. Like, for instance, my biggest pet peeve with a one-night stand is when a guy will actually spend the entire night in my bed. I find that kind of annoying. It's hard to explain. I have this tiny queen-size bed, and this is gonna sound weird, but I have to sleep with 5 pillows, and for better or worse, I only have 5 pillows on top of my bed. So when we're done, it's usually best that he leave. And the way I make this happen each and every time is that once we've finished, I go, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, I'm leaving tomorrow morning for a flight to LA at 6 o'clock. So you can stay here with me if you'd like, but you're gonna have to wake up at around 5:30. And it's worked literally every single time, but once. I told the guy what was happening, and he was like, oh, that's okay. We can wake up in the morning together, it'll be cute. Jesus Christ. Have you ever done this before? Okay. Really? So, I set the alarm clock for 5:30, which was, by the way, an hour later. I went to the bathroom and came back to realize he had fallen asleep with 4 of my pillows, which I did not appreciate. So, like an hour later, the alarm clock goes off, and I was like, okay, that's it, you gotta go. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I swear to God, he said to me, if you're leaving on a flight, where's your bag? Come on. So I had to pack my suitcase. Well, by the way, he continued sleeping, which I did not appreciate one bit at all. I had to literally walk him down to the curb, personally call him a cab. Whoops, no. I forgot my cell phone upstairs. I'll see you in hell. I think as a result of my propensity for one-night stands, I recently joined a website entitled Manhunt.net might conjure images of chasing someone through a wooded area with a crossbow. But in fact, it's actually a website devoted exclusively to queer hookups. And I joined, and it is exactly the disaster that you would imagine it would be. But it is also worth like the occasional incredible correspondence. The second message I received on Manhunt was from Douglas. I think it might have been my favorite correspondence of all time. His message read exactly as follows. Hey Brent, saw your profile, thought you were cute. Let me stop there for a second. Douglas, I couldn't agree more with you. You and I are on exactly the same page regarding my boyish good looks. I wish you the best of luck with this message, but unfortunately he continued. He said, just so you know, I'm just the typical 58-year-old, HIV positive top, looking for a night of fun. No strings attached. Douglas, Jesus Christ. That was the most terrifying message I've ever heard. I've actually thought about this. I think if you printed out that message and used a time machine to travel back to 2003, 5 minutes before I came out to my family, and showed me that message with a warning that said, this will become your future. I think it would have said, you know what, never mind. Pussy ain't so bad. This for another 4 decades. I did write him back. I feel very strongly about writing people back when they write me, and so I wrote him, and my message read exactly as follows. Dearest Douglas, thank you so much for your honest and heartfelt message. However, just so you know, I sincerely can't think of a single interaction with more strings attached. And hooking up with a guy 238% older than I am, and apparently riddled with HIV. I think the emotional and physical toll of our get-together wouldn't manifest itself as strings, but more a series of steel cables that will connect us for the rest of our lives. Best of luck to you. Signed, Dr. Brent James. All right, thanks everyone.